Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Who needs love when hate is this real? DirtyHeelz, DirtyHeelz. Cue my music, keep these losers in they feels. DirtyHeelz, DirtyHeelz. Apply pressure to pain until I hit squills. DirtyHeelz, DirtyHeelz. Who needs love when hate is this real? DirtyHeelz, DirtyHeelz. Lace up the boots and light up the Bibles. Women and kids in tears, grandmas clutching their Bibles. Don't pray for me though, tell God to protect my rivals. Like they hard in my hand and I'm not checking they vitals. So you couldn't pull this type of skill up if you tried to. They saying the coach is dead, this the revival. To kick ass and true what means love when hate is this real.
It's one Ivan C here from Circle Debate Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to Circle Debate Podcast as well on all our social media platforms and our YouTube channel. But also, do not forget to subscribe to one of the founders as well of the League of Extraordinary Podcasts, and that is a DirtyHeelz podcast. Because you know why? They give the people what they want, and this has been DirtyHeelz fucking approved.
Yeah. Back with another one. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, yeah. House with the D-O-E. Let's go. Shotgun Adams from the motherfucker. Let's go. Clap your hands, everybody. Clap your hands, everybody. Yeah. You already know. Yeah. First off, before we introduce you, man, Shotgun, you already know. Please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. We're on Pro Wrestling Tees. We're on Twitter. Gaming with Coffee. Twitch. We got a website. We got drawers. We got socks. Get at us. Hashtag DirtyHeelz, man. You already know. Again, good brother, Coffee Weaston. Special guest in the building. Yo, introduce yourself, brother. Come on now.
Urban mercenary Shotgun Adams. Act like
no filter. I love it. No fucking filter. So tell the world where they can find you at, man, and all that, man. Bookings and all that.
I gotta. My cup is running full, and I'm happy to hear that.
Speaking of cups, you already know. Let's go.
God, I wish I could do more. But you can peep me on Bay State Championship Wrestling on the 9th. We'll be in Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Let's go.
The day after, I'm gonna be at Test of Strength for Training Day 32. That's in East Hartford, Connecticut. About 6 days after that, I'm going to be back in Massachusetts, in Taunton, Massachusetts, for New World Wrestling Extreme.
CT got it then. CT definitely got it then.
They do.
All right, man. Yo, tell them where they can find you at on Twitter, Instagram, and all that as well, please, man.
Yeah, I'm going to make this easy on all of y'all. It's Shotgun Adams. It's at Shotgun Adams. I wanted to make this as simple as possible. Too many people, like,
Shotgun _
Yeah, because you definitely said that to me, man. You was like, yo, just shotgun and all that, man. All right, man. So I'm going to tell the world how we first met you, man. Back in the BWF days. For those of y'all don't know, it's called Bronx Wrestling Federation, El Bronco and them. We met you boycotting, man. We met you. We was coming in the spot, and he was boycotting the whole event, my nigga. It was raw, man. It was raw. And if we could go back in the footage and find that, I'm pretty sure we got you yelling and screaming, man. So give the word a little background of where you from, how you got your start, and all that, man. Go ahead, man.
All right, so I actually started like years before that, like in 2013. I started training over at Johnny Rod's gym in
Shout out to fucking Johnny Rod's. Once again, another one. Because we hear that name too many times on this show, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I was there for a couple of years. And then around 2018, I left. So I started training over at the foundation with Santana for like 2 years.
Let's go.
Yeah. And then I think like couple of months after the pandemic started, like, or at least when it started dying down, like I started training at Technique to Training in Brooklyn. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, all right. Now, where you from, Shane? Tell them where you from, man.
Well, it's not Shane. Like that name is dead, bro.
Oh, man, hold on. Shotgun. No Hangman Page in this bitch, man. Tell them where you from, man.
I'm from Brooklyn, bro. Born and raised.
Okay.
East
New York. Look, that nigga happy as fuck, man. Happy as fuck.
Brooklyn out here, baby.
That's damn right. Right off the J train, bro.
It's You don't
Look,
really
it's
get
tough out there, right?
It's tough out there, boy.
Now, I've been going through some of your, your videos and all that. I've been reading through your file and shit like that, and I managed to catch a glimpse of you in a tag team match at Reality of Wrestling, man. Booker T's promotion. For those of y'all don't know, man, clap it up, man. Because you meant to mention that you was at Reality of Wrestling.
No,
man,
I mean that was like a one shot kind of thing. Like what had happened was.
Well, you caught my goddamn eye because I fucking watch it, man. You feel me?
Yeah. So actually, it's funny. So like, I think November of 2016, my best friend in the business, Tyree Taylor, he hit me up.
Shout out, heavy hitter,
Wig splitter, never quitter,
heavy hitter,
big boy from Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Nah, so like he hit me up and was like, hey, listen, I got a spot down in Reality of Wrestling for you for like a one shot. You're gonna be working with like Sean Studd. He's like the son of Big John Studd.
Big John Studd, yeah. Facts.
And I'm just like, I was looking for a fucking vacation anyway. Like
Legendary.
let's go.
Legendary. Can we get a clap for that?
Yeah, that's
Because
fire.
not too many people face off against second generation stars, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel
So
me?
how was that interaction? How was that
I mean, there's a lot of things I've forgotten in my life, but I will never forget that day.
what was the most you taken from that situation?
There's a lot I took. I mean, I met a bunch of guys that would just become like the hottest stars in the indies right now. And it's crazy to me. Like, I don't think enough people put enough respect on Book for running such a successful
Booker T
school.
did it. Yeah. Booker T definitely did it.
Because a lot of the guys that are out right now, Bounty Keith, Mysterious Q, Gino Medina, there's just like, and that's not even getting into the women.
The Usos.
Facts.
You feel me? Yeah.
Like even now, like with High End and all that, like when I went down there, that was one of the first times that I visited a locker room that wasn't my own. And
how's the feeling in another locker room?
The difference is night and day because everybody there was so cool to me. It was mad respectful. I was not in the best of shape. I was not a natural athlete. I've never been a natural athlete. I had to work very hard to get to where I am now.
Good, man.
But it was a sense of everybody's cool, but everybody's on their shit. Like, but there's no ego. And that's so refreshing to see in any locker room.
Amen. Can we get a fresh and a clap to that, man? Fresh and clap to that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when was the first time wrestling was exposed to you? When was
Let's
the
go.
first time you was like, all right, this is wrestling. I love wrestling. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
It's funny you mentioned that. Y'all remember when legal cable was still a thing, like the little black boxes?
Yeah.
The red lights.
That's when Cartoon Network was Channel 66.
Facts. So
So order the videos.
I got a lot.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
I got a lot of free pay-per-views out of that. But
A
like,
lot of free porn, too, man. Go ahead, man.
You said it, not me.
Time Warner, baby. Time fucking Warner, man.
Hey, yo, Cablevision, I miss you. Yeah, so I was actually like, because I grew up in the 90s. So like, there is no way you were growing up in the 90s and weren't exposed to wrestling to some degree.
Touche.
Yeah.
Like,
Touche.
if you go to school, like, at any point in the 90s.
Everybody talked about it.
No, it's not even that. You got people pointing, you got kids.
It was a
running
reference.
around,
Suck
pointing
it.
across to- Suck it.
Too sweet.
Or they're giving you the finger, although, I mean, it's Brooklyn, so like everybody does that.
Oh, hell yeah.
But then they will ask you what your name was, and then 5 seconds later, it'll be like, it doesn't matter what your name was. They will hit you with that all the time. But like, I played the video games. Like, I think I saw
Mercy,
WrestleMania 2000.
Yep.
But my first real exposure when I knew that I wanted to, really get into this was when I saw Judgment Day 2004. I'll be real.
Oh my God.
I watched that shit on illegal cable. Bro. Like I watched
Church.
free WWE pay-per-views for a year.
Church.
Oh, wow.
Don't tell anybody though.
Let's clap it up for
Let's clap it up for the free illegal cable, man.
Facts.
That's what we got a fire stick now. That's what that is.
That's facts. But fucking. So I remember distinctly seeing Eddie Guerrero versus JBL for the WWE title.
What a match.
And first of all, holy shit, that was a bloodbath. But also, it was because my impression of wrestlers was from the Attitude Era. Everybody's like over 6 feet. Everybody's built like Jesus, except for Mick Foley.
Yo, you stupid, bro. Real shit.
Yeah. But then you see this guy who he's swole as fuck, but he's not even any taller than my father. But he's got everybody at the palm of his hand. And when you're like 4 foot nothing and you're being called Harry Potter every fucking day,
right?
Like
right.
you're not athletic. You're skinny and you're short. I mean, that's inspiring. Like, okay, like if I work this hard, like this guy's controlling the whole crowd. He can make them do whatever he want. And just like that, Eddie Guerrero became my favorite wrestler. And I watch SmackDown every week because of that.
It's part of the SmackDown 6. Part of the SmackDown 6.
And
all right.
What's funny is like I didn't start watching Raw until like a month later, and that was only because I wanted to watch more SmackDown.
Now let me ask you a question, man. Shotgun. Is that a name from Brooklyn? Or how did that come about? Your name.
You know what's funny? It's like a year or two in. Like I was training over at Rod's, and
Johnny Rods.
A guy by the name of Johnny Broadway came up because I was going by Shane Adams at the time. Don't fucking ask me why I did that.
Nigga hate that name. What? Nigga despise it.
I have no idea what I
despise it.
I have no idea what I was thinking.
Nigga despise it.
No, because Johnny had put me in my first match, and I'm just like, I really don't want to come out under my real name.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what do you want to come out to, Pa? And like,
man.
What do you want to come out to, Pa? And I was not prepared to hear that because Johnny doesn't ask anybody.
Yeah.
No, like if you ever spent a day at Rod's, you're like, oh, Pa, you this, you are Indian. Oh, you a cowboy now. You are Prince from Dubai, even if you're Italian.
Yeah, you see what they did to Devon. You know what I'm saying? But he made Devon a star, though.
Yeah.
Definitely made Devon a star, man.
I mean, you're not wrong. But like the first thing I could come up with was Shane Adams for some fucking reason. And it's like, oh, Pa, you the Shane Adams now. And then like a year later, Broadway's like, well, why don't you just call yourself, Shotgun Shane Adams? Like, spicing it up. And I'm just like, I actually kind of like the sound of that.
That was your thug name, man.
And I was going to call myself Shotgun Shane before I figured out there was a white rapper from the South named Shotgun Shane. And honestly, the last thing I need is to get sued by some nigga like rapping about tracks and shit.
Hey, man, to that. Can we get a clap for that, man?
So I went with Shotgun Adams because, it sounded a lot harder, to be real with you.
Now, your character, man. Of course, Shotgun is a hard-ass name. You're Hill. It seems like you prefer to work Hill than a motherfucking babyface. Have you ever worked babyface in your whole time wrestling? And how long have you been wrestling? On top of that, man.
About 8.5 years now. To be real with you, I usually prefer to work heel. Like
something about that, right? Something about that.
I've literally never been asked to do babyface until like a couple of weeks ago when I went to Vacation Land Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, okay, if you want me to do it, like I'll do it. Like I pride myself on being able to adapt to a situation. Like just because I have a preference being a heel doesn't mean I can't switch it up.
Type shit.
Now it's weird being a hood type gimmick in like Maine.
Hell yeah.
But I'm
you heard the silence on that, man? Because like that Maine, this is Maine.
It's nothing against the people there. It's just a weird culture shock.
Yeah, yes it is.
Because you got these guys all coming out to like heavy metal and 2000s rock, and all of a sudden you hear the beat to Where the Hood At. That's a culture shock.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd be like if you went to like an underground hood show, like if you went to an underground like Def Jam type shit, and you start hearing country music. You're not prepared for that.
Do you remember your first match? I'm gonna ask you a couple questions real quick about your career. Do you remember your first match? That's number one. How do you get prepared for a match as well? That's number two. I just want to stack it up real quick, man. And number three is, man, have anybody tested your patience in the ring?
Ooh.
You feel me?
Like I'll answer the first question.
I love it.
Yeah. The first question, like my first match, if you can call it that, was like a battle royal when I was like 3 or 4 months in.
That'd be like everybody's first shit sometimes, right?
It's always good to come in there.
Yeah.
And to be real with you, like I wouldn't recommend anybody like unless you're like a blue chipper.
Yeah.
Like
and explain to people what a blue chipper is.
Yes.
Like unless you're a prodigy at this shit, it's like a fish to water. Like like a lot of times you're gonna start with battle royals because you got to start somewhere. You got to develop a sense of ring awareness. You gotta, like a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a battle royal. It doesn't matter. I'm like, wrong, because now there's a lot of guys in that ring. Now you got to figure out how to get the crowd's attention.
Yeah.
Now you got to figure out
Yeah.
how to work in the ring when there's a bunch of people.
Yeah. And you have to be the standout as well. That's another thing, right?
And you also got to make sure that nobody does anything stupid. And don't get it twisted. A lot of people do a lot of dumb shit at battle royals. I have seen some shit.
Oh man.
All right, man. How do you get trained for a match, man? That's number 2. Oh, how do you prepare? Prepare. How do you get ready, man?
How do I personally get ready?
Yes.
So I like to do some calisthenics to try to get my blood flowing because, my body feels like shit.
Good brother usually does yoga before the show starts.
Everybody knows I don't do yoga, man.
I'll do some push-ups, I'll do some squats or whatever. But I'll also after I finish calling my match with somebody, I like to sit in the corner, visualize the whole shit, put on my headphones, and to get into my usual frame of mind, which is to be the angriest motherfucker on earth.
I love it, man. I knew it was something about you.
What's the one track you put on to make sure you're angry?
Your theme music?
No, actually, surprisingly not. My theme music is when I don't want to hear my theme music until it hits.
Okay.
Because there's always a special kind of hit. If I'm listening it all the time, it loses the hit. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. All right.
I'll listen to a whole bunch of shit. Maybe I'll listen to some Eminem albums. Maybe I'll listen to Wu-Tang. Maybe I'll listen to Biggie. Maybe I'll listen to Pink Floyd. I'm all over the fucking place.
I love it. I love it. All right, yo. Speaking of music, no, that's number 3. Has anybody tested your patience? And we're gonna get into that music shit too, because we got something for you next and all that shit, man.
Has anybody tested my patience in the ring?
Yes. Has anybody got on your last nerve? Or
Braun Strowman?
Raw. Yes, I do get what you're saying, brother.
A couple of people come to mind. There have been a couple of times when I might have gone out of pocket and I might have done some shit that now I'm not proud of. This one time I'm not proud of this. I was very pissed off because I was in and this is a lesson, by the way. I want y'all to make sure that when you listen to this, it's
real
not
shit.
Real shit. Trying to make fun of it. I'm trying to tell y'all this so that y'all can learn from that and try to be more professional than I was, because I was in some kind of gauntlet battle royal. I was not happy to be in it. And there was this one dude I was working, who shall remain nameless.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what came up with me. I just kind of smacked the shit out of him. I don't know why I did it.
Was there some heat after that?
No, I mean we squashed it directly afterwards. And there have been a couple of guys that have hurt me that I wasn't a fan of afterwards. But I always try to not carry that shit with me because I have been angry as fuck for a really long time, and that actually kind of weighed down.
Yeah.
Don't blame it on you.
Look, he's a Brooklynaire too. That's what you call them, Brooklynaires, Brooklynites. That's what y'all call it.
These days, I try to be. I try to leave it all in the ring, and then whatever happens afterwards happens. You know what I'm saying? My rule of thumb, and it's shotgun. Motherfucker.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
That nigga about to shot me 2 times, man.
Yeah. My baseline for working with anybody is actually really bare. It's the barest of minimums. Number 1, are you some kind of bigot? Number 2, are you some kind of creep or sex predator? And number 3, are you gonna fucking hurt me or make me look like shit out there? And if the answer to all 3 of those questions is no, then fine. We can go work in the ring. We don't have to be buddy. I'm tired of everybody trying to be oh, we all gotta be friends. It's nice to be that way. I if you're just a dick, if you're just a run of the mill dick, it's whatever. But if any of those questions is answered with yes, then I'm all right, go work with somebody else then.
All right, man. Yo, you heard it here. This is for the culture, man.
Hot seat right now?
Yeah, we're gonna put him in the hot seat, man. This is for the culture. You already know. We ask all our guests this, but you gonna get it here. Fresh Prince or Martin, brother?
Fresh Prince, easily.
Oh, now you gotta get the reason, man.
Yeah, I got it, because he answered that pretty quick.
Yeah, you answered that pretty quick. Most people most people
it's not even against Martin. You know what I'm saying? I've watched Martin. I enjoyed it. For me, Fresh Prince was what I grew up with.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
like when you're in the 90s and you don't have like no cable, not even like
He
nothing.
stresses that no cable shit that I felt because my mother used to only call for Oz to come back on the turn on
Big
the
facts.
game.
You get 5 channels, and one of them just shows you all the other fucking channels.
Yup. My grandmother was cool as long as she had like the soap opera channel.
Yeah, as long as my mother didn't miss Oz, and y'all know how Oz was in the 90s and all that. If Oz, all my children and shit like that. Okay, brother, you from BK and all that, man.
I got one.
You got
BK.
Go ahead, bro. Hit him with it.
Fabulous
Damn.
or Jadakiss? I had to give him something.
Is this like
hard.
a Yonkers like too? Like
It is.
It's just
Jada is Yonkers.
yeah, like it's just a Yonkers
It's
question.
just a good question to ask somebody from Brooklyn. They know
Jada
music.
Jada is Yonkers, but like
It's just a great question.
I'm not gonna sit
He's
here.
not going against Brooklyn, but he's just saying, I'm just asking a
Like,
rap question.
we talking about bar for bar.
Bar for bar, brother.
Or who do you rather listen to? We don't have to go bar for bar because we know they both got bars.
Yeah.
Who would you put on first? Put it like that.
He'll
So we
put
gonna
on
make
As
five.
much as I love Jada,
Put on five, man.
the Soul Tape 2 is one of the best mixtapes I've ever heard. So for me, it's got to be Fab.
First of all, their collabs together. It's like anything they do together is art, man. You feel me?
That-
Real shit.
Now
man.
that being said,
brother, man.
if you would ask me like the Locks versus Fab, that's I don't
Yeah, I
know.
couldn't even ask you.
The Locks is like an entity, one person itself, and all that.
that's-
No, it's like if you would ask me like who's better between Fab and like any member of Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where it gets
all
tricky.
right, I got you then.
Oh, you got coffee in this fucking.
Best Wu-Tang member.
Damn.
Who's your favorite Wu-Tang
And
member?
have you been up on the saga? Have you been
Or-
watching Bel Air too? But I just want to ask some questions.
I haven't watched Bel Air.
I
To
have
be
to
real
ask some
with you-
questions real quick, man.
Like to be real with you, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, who is this for? Like,
Okay.
For the younger crowd.
For the younger
that
crowd.
hasn't watched.
but like Fresh Prince is on HBO Max, so it's like, what are we really doing here?
That is true.
I best will take member, bro.
On some real shit. Like for me, Meth, but like by a hair because Ghost is
I knew. I
Ghost
felt
is,
it.
Ghost
I felt
is
it.
honest to God one of the best.
I
always
felt
say,
it.
bro.
I
One
felt
of the
it.
best storytellers in the history of this game.
And how important is storytelling, man? In general, man.
It is one of the most important things that we've ever done as a species.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because it doesn't matter if you're into wrestling or not. It doesn't matter if you're into music or not, books, movies, TV, whatever. Yeah, we need entertainment as a people.
Not even that. Stories teach lessons.
And if we don't have access to it, we will make our own. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is.
All right, man. All right. Now, coffee or tea, man?
Coffee.
Coffee or tea, man?
Right.
You don't even drink coffee, man.
Give the people what they want.
This nigga's a fucking fool,
I'm
man.
fucking addicted to caffeine, bro. I can't function without that shit.
Same here, brother. I ain't gonna lie. Give us a secret talent that nobody knows about the shotgun.
Sing like an
You,
angel.
he can play the flute.
Nah, like
Like,
I can carry a tune. I can carry a tune. You know
play
what
the
I'm saying?
sax or something like that. What's up, man? Talk to us, brother.
I can carry a tune. That's about all I can do. But I can
really?
also, but I could also rap.
Oh, that's a good. That's
All
a good.
right.
But that's like on a side thing. Like I could never claim to be a professional with that shit. Like I hate when people are like, "Oh, I know how to do this," and it's just peacocking. But when you listen to them, it's you know what? Like, let me not be that guy. Let me not be that guy that like trashes somebody for trying to like do
No,
some
they're
art.
trash. They're trash.
Yeah, trash. Yeah, if you're dirt, you're just dirt.
Yeah, you're dirt.
Yeah. Honesty is crucial in life, brother. You know that. Come on, man.
No, you know what?
Go on.
I will trash people based on
If people told people they was trash, hip hop wouldn't sound the way it do now. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
And that's for all the Zanny takers. That's for all the people that drunk
It's a
syrup.
couple of them guys out there I could pluck.
Well, no,
I can listen to these guys, but
No,
What? Yeah.
because how many of these how many motherfuckers from our generation were heavy into that shit? Like how many of them
Yeah.
were like?
I
Biggie
like
was
it.
talking about-
You're diverse, brother. I like you. Look at it all aspects, man.
You
I like
know
that.
what I'm saying? Like
I
I'm
like that.
Like here's the thing. I never want to be the type of
like
motherfucker
that.
that like looks at the younger generation and whatever they're doing and be like, oh, that's trash. Back in my day, because it's because guess what? The exact same motherfuckers were saying that shit back in the 90s when Nas and Biggie and Jay and the Wu.
Talk about it, brother.
And Pac and all these motherfuckers were coming out like all at once. Like, and they were like, oh, that's not what hip hop is about. Hip hop is about this. It's like, no. Art is subjective at the end of the day. Like, and I spread that to all that shit. Like, listen, what might not be for me might be for somebody else. I'll say something about me. I am not the biggest fan in the world of comedy wrestling, and I know I'm gonna get heat for that.
So you're not an Orange Cassidy fan?
Not even that. Like, not even that.
Okay, all right. You're traditional.
Is not my bag. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, all y'all people is trash for enjoying something."
You know what's crazy?
I like that.
I'm not a fan of grappling. What do you call it?
I love technical. I love submission.
Of the comedy wrestling. Man. I would watch comedy wrestling before I would watch regular wrestling.
It's
just my opinion. Some people have kudos.
And that's perfectly valid because a lot of people like to take this shit to the titty.
Yeah.
And like to
the Bruce Richards and the Eric Bischoffs and the Jim Cornettes and the Vin Russos and them dudes like that, right?
First of all, I don't want to hear Vince Russo say shit about shit.
Yeah, that guy right here.
Always said that.
And I know T's gonna give me. I know. Shout out to T over at Talking Champions.
Shout out to Hearts, man.
Yeah.
You already know. Shout out to Talking Champions.
I know she's gonna give me shit when she hears this.
She knows she loves herself some Vince Russo, right? All right, send this clip straight to her.
We'll make this easy because fuck Jim Cornette too.
Yeah.
That's like my grandfather in my head. Like if you, man. Top 5 people, man. Your top 5 wrestlers. You're stepping a ring with, man.
That I would step in the ring with now?
Yeah.
Yeah, dead or alive.
Dead or alive, man. If you had the opportunity to step in the ring with any wrestlers, top dead or alive, man, who would it be, man?
There's so many people.
Usually I ask you who's your favorite wrestlers, but you seem like an all-around guy, and I'm pretty sure you can answer this, man. Go ahead, man.
Top 5 people. In no particular order.
Nah, hell no.
Dylon.
No. How did you feel about that? Bad boy this and bad boy that. Hot fire.
Hot fire.
I love it, man. I love it.
Nah. Y'all pop the shit out of me. I rip and I rip.
That's the way Dylon.
That's the way that Dylon spits. You want to catch this hot fire, Kofi?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Look, they're going to heat, Coffee. They're going to heat, man.
No. But on some real shit. Top 5 that I would want to work. Let's see. Definitely want to work Darius Carter down the line. Because I have been waiting.
Thank you, Darius. Thank you, Darius. I'm a DC man.
I'm not going to be chanting that when I get my hands on it.
Yo, Darius, we sending this right to you. You hear that?
All 5 alert.
Another one I would want to work is Tyree because that's been my boy for like 10 years now. Like I met Tyree the second day of my training, and I always love to tell this story.
Tell it.
So, like I said, I wasn't a natural athlete by any stretch of the fucking imagination. So, I was very flat on my feet, and I couldn't bump right. And Ty was like getting, more and more exasperated with me. I think at one point he had Brian Starr like go behind like on all fours so that he could like push me over him so that I could take a proper bump. Finally, he just got so pissed off at me, he just kind of like scooped me up and hit me with a sidewalk slam.
Oh, wow.
Just take that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's how you take a bump. That's it.
And it registered right there, right?
Yeah. Like, first of all, he got me up light because you got to understand, this motherfucker's strong as shit.
Heavy hitter.
Hell yeah, he is.
Like, and he's stronger now. Like, this motherfucker's a beast.
You know what's crazy? Quick story. I fought him in an arm wrestling competition like 4 years ago.
What?
Beat him. But
What?
that's between us. That's neither here
Hold
nor
on,
there.
what?
Yeah, I beat him.
I want video evidence of this shit.
We don't have that.
You could ask him, but he ain't gonna tell you the truth.
I'm gonna hit him up.
We don't have that.
Don't worry
That's
about
not
it.
in our library.
Yo,
That's not in our
hit him up.
That's not it. No, believe me, it's not in our library.
Do not. Nah, man, don't. You can't be that reckless, bro. You're gonna have prolific at the door. Like,
You know what? Let me tell you a story about Isaiah Wolf. I went grocery shopping one time. He pushed my grocery cart over, and kept running.
You know
Still
he,
looking for him.
you know he loves his
looking for
Kool-Aid.
Isaiah.
You know he loves his Kool-Aid. You know
Still
what
looking
I'm
for Isaiah. I'm telling you, Marcus Marquis spilled my drink in the club.
What?
Still looking for him.
What?
Wait.
He
When
did.
Wolf did that, did he yell World Star on the way out?
Nah.
He yelled prolific on the way out. I'm still looking for him. I got beef with him.
We are ones.
Knock my whole shower cart down.
This nigga here, bro. All right, man. Go ahead. I think you got like 3 more on the list, if I'm not mistaken.
Three more people.
3 more people to step in the ring with, man.
There's so many people.
could you
One more. Everett Cross, God of Drivers.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's one person I definitely want to get in there.
Okay.
With. And you know, if somebody wants to give me an invitation to that pop-up party, like.
Yo, do you hear the shots that? Yo, you listen to that man. It's
I'm not saying one thing or another. I'm just saying,
quote unquote.
You saying there's a party coming? Where the party at?
Man, have you held any championships during your 8-year career, man, and stuff like that? Are you hoping to win any? Do you have your eyes set on one particular one or the other, man?
I mean, like, championships are one thing I have yet to actually hold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe one of these days it'll happen, but like my concern right now is making my mark in this game.
Love it.
Yeah.
I am concerned with cracking heads and stacking bread.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some bars.
That's like some Kevin Nash shit, man. Like y'all. Your finisher, man. Tell the world a little bit about your finisher, man.
Which one? Because to be real with you, I got 2. So
You want to give both, man? Because I personally, go ahead.
So one of them is called the Peacekeeper, which is a lifting reverse DDT.
That shit is crack. I just didn't know the name of this shit, man. It's crack, man.
I mean, on some real shit, I am thinking of, you know, making a new version of the Peacekeeper. So just like be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Fire. Love it, man.
The other one is the Crooklyn Clutch, which is
Look, that nigga creamed on this one. That nigga creamed. He said the Crooklyn Crunch. That nigga.
it started as a rear naked choke, but like I've decided to change it to the what do you call it? The bully choke.
The
captain's hook.
The captain's hook. Shout out to the Brian Kendricks and John Moxley for that, man. You spoke
maybe just a shout out to John Moxley right now.
Nigga don't want to talk about the Peacekeeper, man. DC or Marvel, man. Let's go.
If you had asked me a couple of years ago, I would have gone with Marvel. But to be real with you,
DC is just.
I grew up on Batman the Animated Series. Like, I can't turn my back on that.
You like Batman Beyond?
Yes.
I'm a fan of Batman Beyond. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Since we into the superheroes,
DC, do your job.
Do your job.
Where's the live action Batman Beyond?
that's facts.
Static Shock. Give him Static Shock if you got. Give him Static Shock if you have.
Y'all been rebooting the same goddamn stories from movies for 30 fucking
Don't forget
years.
Spider-Man.
Too many of them niggas, right?
How many more times do we need to see Bruce's parents getting shot in the alley? Bro? Like, how many times? We get it. His parents are dead.
Yeah. This is true, man. All right, man.
Yo, so since we on superhero shit.
Yo, you just broke on that one. You just got loose off that, man.
Yo, since we on superhero shit, what superhero would be a good wrestler?
What superhero?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And what superpower would you use for wrestling? You know what I'm saying? Whose power would you use for wrestling? That's 2 questions at once.
He's thinking about the second one first, though. He's thinking about the second one first. He's straight through the. Go ahead, man.
I mean, well, I heard that Peacemaker used to be a professional wrestler. Like, am I wrong on that?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, you got it.
You got it.
I mean, like, I might have heard about him once or twice. You know, I don't see him.
We haven't seen him.
We haven't seen him, right?
No, we haven't seen him.
Do we really want to see the Peacemaker wrestle?
No, but on some real shit, though, on some real shit, like, Lobo would probably make a pretty good fucking
underrated right there, man. Let's go. How you felt about Krypton then? Did you like Krypton? Did you like Krypton?
On some real shit, like the second question is, if I could have a superpower, it is the power to make peacemakers money. That
Peacekeeper was broke.
It's Pops is who had it.
I'm
Pops is broke too.
I'm talking about the guy. I'm talking about the guy who plays Peacemaker.
Oh,
whatever.
I don't know him. I don't know that guy.
Oh,
Yo, like
I haven't seen him.
Is it this? Is this the superpower right here?
Oh, that is it.
John Pizza.
I
I don't mind. But making money, you would want that to be a superpower, basically.
I mean, that's
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Because you're all about
Iron
Robin
Man.
Banks.
I mean, because
Lex Luthor-
You're all about Robin Banks.
Lex Luthor is just basically like a low key Vince McMahon. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Damn, boy.
Right.
What-
Oh,
yo, you just compared the shit out of that shit, man.
I'm just
They had no chance in hell, man. No chance.
If you saw Lex Luthor in the fucking in the fucking Robo suit coming
Yeah.
out of No Chance in Hell, you'd pop.
Pop,
Heavily.
especially in the Attitude Era. Can you give anybody some advice that would want to walk in your shoes and do what you do and live the life that you live, man? What advice do you give to them?
There's a lot that I could draw from the time I've been doing this. Number one, never undervalue never go fucking work out.
Curse. This
You
curse.
understand?
This curse. Go ahead. It's all right, bro. Go ahead.
I'm telling you this, especially if you're just starting right now. Go to the gym.
Yeah.
Just trust me on this. I'm not saying that everybody got to look like a fucking action figure. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Like
that
a
this
fucking
ain't-
Ken doll and shit like that.
I'm saying this is a physical fucking business where you are very liable to get hurt. You are very liable to be in some kind of pain the rest of your life. Yeah. So the way to like not even circumvent that, but at least make it like
Big word alert.
Is this an SAT?
Big word alert.
Is
Is this
Circumvent.
SAT?
I'm
All right,
eloquent.
there we go. SAT. Let us know in the comments down below if you know what the fuck that means. Okay?
I'm eloquent.
Let us know in the comments down below.
I am eloquent as fuck.
There you
Oh,
go.
so
They're going
you
to
know,
pick
hold
it.
the big word.
Oh, hell,
Use the pinky.
shotgun. Oh, hell, shotgun.
No,
Go ahead, brother.
no,
Go
hold on,
ahead.
because the pinky's up is somebody else's gimmick, and I'm not trying to infringe on that.
Okay.
It's only one shotgun. Go ahead,
That's
bro.
it.
Nah, but
The little spat head kid in the class that went crazy.
That's my shotgun.
I don't know, man. It looks like I don't even want to know what your browser history looks like.
Shout out to Pornhub, man. We love you, baby.
Oh, man.
Hey, if y'all want to come through with the sponsorship, like,
Look, we need
we
one.
definitely would love that
We
sponsor.
will love one Bible advice, man. You'll
show us
get
the money. Nah, but on some real shit. Listen, go to the gym, please. I'm not saying you gotta look like a supermodel. I'm just saying you gotta be like, it is an aesthetic business to a degree. It's not as much as it was in the 90s where everybody looked like they were about to explode.
shout out to the roids. Oh, my bad. Dark Side of can't wait for that to come back. But go ahead, man.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but everybody can confirm
I
that
love
shit.
this guy, man.
Everybody
I
can
love
confirm
this guy.
that shit. But like, seriously, at the gym,
Take care of yourself, man.
yo, for real.
real.
Because not even if it's not for wrestling, just exercise, like do everything in moderation. Cause I did not look like this. Like y'all mentioned that y'all met me like
Yeah, this
2 years ago at the BWF.
Yeah.
And this was when I was at my heaviest. I was like 260 something. I was fresh off blowing out my knee.
But we seen you compete, brother, and it was like you didn't the way how you moved in the wing. It's not the way how you look, man. So again, take care of yourself, man.
No, I had to work very hard, and I owe a lot of that to the people at T2T because
Shout out to them.
you got like by the summer of 2020, after everything like the pandemic and all the shit that happened in the BWF, like all that blew up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know if I was still wanted to keep doing this. Like I was just so burnt out on everything. I was. My worst fear was that I would one day grow to hate this, and.
That's deep.
And then when King of Chaos, Logan Black, texted me one day, he's like, "Hey, yo, like I'm doing this and I'm training people in Brooklyn. Do you want to come through?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." And that's when I ran back into Brother Greatness. Shout out to him.
We just seen that man go fucking hell. That was the greatest thing ever. But go ahead, man.
Yo, I owe so much of where I'm at now to T2T because
to
not
them.
only have I been able to get in better shape, I've been learning from different people, like trying to pick different brains, approach shit differently. Because like, I wasn't getting anywhere doing what I was doing in the past. Like I was getting lazy. I was drinking a lot. I was eating like shit. My metabolism like stopped at like 25. Like
Damn, I've never heard that.
I was at
Get it right, my brother.
well.
I'm trying to figure out how come they skip me.
Yeah. You don't drink enough. You don't drink enough Ensure, man. Okay.
Yeah, no. So like,
I've been trying to get
enough Pedialyte. Okay, man.
yeah, go ahead.
Do you still got that weight?
No,
You got it in your closet or something? Because I've been trying to use it. I need some weight. I wait. No, they don't. They don't keep their weight no
Excuse
more.
me.
I'm just telling you, like if you're trying to gain weight, it's a hell of a lot easier than just fucking
Oh,
like
man.
just
I've tried everything. Crack, food.
If you don't want to see us, we have.
I mean,
If you don't want to see us, we are very on audio. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music. Okay, if you don't want to, I have to promote the audio because this is when Dirty Heels get crazy.
no, but
Yeah.
on
I love it.
but on some real shit. So like it had come to a point where I blew my knee out like doing a training match with Chris Taylor, and it was this dumbest shit because I was sidestepping his moonsault and something popped in my and I just dropped like a fucking rock, and it turned out I tore my meniscus.
Damn.
And I had to rehab that shit for 6 months, barring like the one match I worked when I was like 1 month into the injury. Like I braced that shit up and did a 3-on-2 handicap match with Too Good at the 9th anniversary.
Fire.
Shout out to them brothers.
Let me ask a question.
out
What
to them
keeps
brothers.
you motivated?
What keep
Because you've been through all of that, your knee and different schools. But what keeps you motivated? Because you said at one time you was like, yo, fuck this.
You're
shit.
very passionate.
No,
man.
Yeah, you're very
'cause
passionate.
very
about
passionate,
what
man.
keeps you motivated to wake up every day and be like, yo, fuck it. This is what I want to do. This is fucking I love
Well,
this shit.
there's a bunch of things. Number one, I still love the act of wrestling. Like my feelings about the way the wrestling business is aside, like the actual act of just like going out there and getting people into what the fuck I'm doing, whether it's in the ring or I'm cutting a promo or whatever. Like that's addictive to me. Like that to me is a sign that I'm affecting somebody's lives in the same way that my life was affected watching my heroes on TV. Like that, I think that's invaluable to me.
Right.
The other thing is that this isn't just about me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's also about the people who helped me along the way, the people that had helped motivate me, the people that helped me like pick me up when I was feeling like the drizzle and the shits, the people that always believed in me, and the people that are invested in me now. Like I got fans now. That shit is crazy to me. Like,
Does anybody ask you where's the eye patch?
Yes.
Does anybody ask you where's the legendary eye patch, man?
a couple of
Does anybody? I'm sorry, I didn't know if I should have bring that up.
No, you know what? I'm glad y'all
Does
bring
anybody
that up.
ask for the
I'm glad
legendary
y'all bring
eye
that up,
patch, man?
Because I want to kill this shit once and for all. All right, so the eye patch actually started as a real thing because what had happened was I was so broke at the time that I couldn't afford another contact, and one of them just like fucked up. So I can't really see properly out that eye because if I did try to, like, I would get sick or whatever. So I started wearing an eye patch, and the people at the BWF popped for it.
We
And
popped
then-
hard.
Hell yeah,
We
we
popped
did.
hard.
And then that just became the gimmick. And I think part of it was like a rib on me. Like that was just their way of like fucking with me. It would not be the first thing they would do to fuck with me or the last.
Nah, we honestly was like, oh, that shit's fire.
Now-
It was dope.
Now you've been in several promotions from Warriors of Wrestling or Reality's Wrestling.
No, I mean I've never actually been in Warriors of Wrestling.
But you've performed there.
No, I was doing the
Okay.
Secret Sunday taping. Like
Okay. Because I've seen, like I said, I was going through your history, brother. I got to do my homework.
I did that one
Okay.
thing when Logan was running it.
Okay.
But I've never officially worked for Warriors of Wrestling. I have no plans to. That's not me like shitting on anybody that works there or whatever.
just-
Here's the thing. I am not the kind of person that y'all grown ass adults. If y'all want to work in a certain place, work in a certain place. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Like there's just places that I wouldn't necessarily go to. But that doesn't mean that I'm just gonna be like, oh no, fuck you or whatever.
You
Just
worked.
because I don't eat booty don't mean he won't eat booty.
You worked at ECPW, PSPW. You worked at IWA. Among them places, promotions you worked at, what is your favorite? Like, what is
Can't
your?
ask that question.
You can't. What is your favorite memory of
Yeah,
you know.
One of my favorite.
Shit,
my
nigga, you be
favorite-
having me on a hot seat, and this is my
Hey,
show,
nice
nigga.
favorite promotion.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
sorry,
you
right?
can't ask
Look.
All right, so
Break kayfabe on this bitch, man.
in
Yeah,
the past 8, there are a lot of memories that I have made. I would say my favorite moment is also the what I consider the best match of my career. You can go look that up on IWTV. It's IWW Good Vibes and Dives. It was me.
I love the name of
Logan
that shit,
Black.
man. I love the name of that shit, man.
You can peep all that shit on IWTV, bro. We're up there. But like that to me was my favorite match of my career, and it was also like I guess for lack of a better term, a hardcore match, which I wasn't prepared for. Like I didn't know about that shit until the day of when we started loading. When we started loading up the fucking truck or whatever, we started bringing out chairs.
Where's that going?
He seen all that shit. He like,
Where's those going?
this
He's
is
like,
not-
these are going to the ring.
This is not what I.
No, hold up. Because
I love
this
it,
is
I
one of
love
the best
it, I
exchanges I've ever had.
I love it.
Because we were starting to load up chairs, and I was asking Logan, I was like, are these for like the audience? He looked at me.
That's some shit
He looked at me with a grin on his face, and I was like, "No, shotgun, they're for your face."
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how to
And
respond to that.
I would
shit.
have been like, is he
Piece
joking?
of shit.
I'm like, wait, is he joking? Is he joking? Did he laugh at it?
All right, man.
I
wait,
was
wait,
like, "What?"
I got a question before we go.
But
Go-
like,
all right, go ahead.
All right, before we go,
No, go ahead.
if you had to explain wrestling to an alien
Robot.
or a robot, what match? What match or how would you explain it to them?
Big sweaty
How would
men. Big sweaty men. That's it right there. It draws. Go. Feel
I
me?
mean, you kind of just explained it right there.
But it's an art. Go- Explain the
On
art.
some real shit. It's the kind of shit where it's basically like theater at its basis form. Like I stole that
Same
shit from
thing.
like
No, you
Beyond-
don't, because I do.
Like I stole that shit from Beyond the Map, but I think it's true
It's a
because
great
it's like
fucking shit, man.
because first of all, there's no second takes.
Yep.
We're out there, telling stories with our bodies. Now that story could be anything. Could be a tragedy. Could be a comedy. Could be like action. Could be like whatever. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
And I think, and if you don't like one method of it, there's always another.
I'm a method. Amen.
And we just kind of go on and on from there. I personally like to tell the stories that I grew up around because I grew up in Cypress Hills. You know what it is.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And like I was just when we were thinking about I was thinking about my gimmick and what I wanted to be. I'm just like, to be real with you, I don't necessarily know how to be a character, if that makes sense. Like
You just being yourself.
I'm just a dude from the hood.
Obi Trice, real name.
We don't say Obi Trice name on here.
The most gimmick shit.
We don't say Obi Trice name on this shit, man. All right?
What you had against Obi Trice?
Nothing, but we don't say it on here.
like Obi
All right.
Nah, but on some real shit, like the most gimmick thing about me is my fucking camo pants. And
Yeah,
my
it
wrestling.
is. Yeah.
Like I try to draw from reality as much as I possibly can. And I'm not saying that like everybody can do it. And I'm not even saying that's the best way. Everybody's got a different way of doing this shit. Like for me, what got me attention was the fact that I was just willing to just go out there and try to be as real as I can.
Right.
Like if we could talk for a second. I don't know how much time we have left at this point.
About 15.
All right, so let's talk for a second about the big promo, the one that like really blew the fuck up and got
go.
people's attention.
Let's go.
This was late November, and I wasn't getting the attention or the traction or the fucking the bookings I wanted, for lack of a better term. And I'm just like, okay, I could sit here and bitch and moan like a lot of people on the internet about like why some place isn't booking me, or I could do something about it. I could try to like create my own platform, get my own buzz going, because like closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
Ain't shit changed until you get up and wipe your ass, nigga. Like,
Ooh, I like that one. Bars.
No baby wipes.
shout out to K Dot.
Before we get out of here, go ahead and let everybody know where to find you or everything.
Hold on, let me.
Okay, you finish your story.
This motherfucker here,
I
nigga.
know, I thought you finished.
You
No,
gave
no, I'm
you
not-
gave the nigga 15 minutes to sped up the fucking.
Here's the thing, like
Finish.
when I cut that promo, nothing about what I said in it was
I remember that.
a
Yeah.
lie. Like everything I said in it was what I really felt at the time, and to a degree, I still do. Like I'm not discounting the blessings that I have now. You know what I'm saying? Like I got more attention. People are starting to look at me. I got my own merch store. Yeah, that's actually a DirtyHeelz exclusive. But I did post it on Twitter.
That's how you know a nigga watch the show. Bitches, like, subscribe, comment. You heard, shout out to my guy Shotgun, man.
Yeah, I heard
you heard the exclusive. Yeah,
I already heard it on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. But
yeah,
if y'all
talk about it.
But if y'all haven't heard by now, I have released four shirts on What a Maneuver.
Bitches, follow them.
Got to give the people
What they
Buy them
want.
shits.
Yeah.
And y'all can get them whatever you want. Y'all can get hoodies. Y'all can get tank tops. Y'all can get fucking onesies. If y'all want your kids to come into daycare and have the drip,
I love it, man.
just go in there. Get them a onesie with some Timbs, bro. Like, come on. Before I don't mean to like drag this on, but like,
Nah, God,
so
bro.
I did not expect that fucking promo to blow up the way that it did. I really didn't. I thought at best I was gonna get like 300 some views, and it was that way on Instagram, and that was that way on Facebook. But on Twitter, yo,
because them views slap on Twitter. That's why I be doing the clips, man.
5,000 views on like one fucking like. I spent all that time, learning how to edit my promos with iMovie and shit. And it turns out the one promo that really got everybody's attention was the one where I just went off, and the next day, I got people at Pro Wrestling Magic coming up to me and be like, giving me my flowers on that. Like I've had people from Complex, like people with blue check marks, were retweeting that shit.
Yeah,
Fire.
Yo, like that shit was crazy to me, and like I'm being like it's another thing.
Being authentic, you was being yourself.
It's one thing to be like acknowledged by the industry. It's another thing to be acknowledged by the culture.
Yeah,
told you about the culture, man. You don't be listening.
Would you rather be acknowledged by the culture or the peers or your peers?
Whoa.
Honestly, like either or, but like the culture for me is like more important.
Okay,
because because it's my culture at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like this is what I grew up with, and I never want to actually like forget where I came from. That's why like I don't really want to move out of New York City. Like at best, I'll get like a place in Brooklyn or whatever if I make it. But like I don't really want to leave anywhere. I don't want to live in fucking Tampa. Like I lived in the suburbs for like 1 year, and I was just like never again. Fuck that.
It's not me.
If I'm not hearing trains, if I'm not hearing sirens, if I'm not hearing.
I feel like if I can't go to the store when I want to.
Right, if I can't step out and just.
If I can't go to the fucking deli at 3 a.m.
You know, I love
a chopped cheese.
Shit, B.
I don't want to be here.
That's it. I don't want to be there.
Woo! You're a real nigga. But yo, you already know. Again, before we leave, please give your shout outs. Please, brother, man, give your shout outs and tell them people where they can find you at, man. Give your shout outs, your blessings, your flowers real quick, man. Come on.
All right, so flowers to all the people that I grew up with over at Rod's, the ones that I still talk to anyway. Flowers to Masha. She's doing her shit now. She's going like crazy.
Yo, nobody better than her, man.
Shout outs to Ty. I said it enough, but like I can't thank him enough.
Heavy hitter.
Shout out to Pena, who actually has the same birthday as me.
Shout out to Pena. 5 point.
You know what's crazy? Like we're both Dominican. We were born on the same day, but we couldn't be any more different.
Type shit.
This motherfucker's built like a god.
Yeah.
No, but also shout out to the people that are out there doing the thing that have supported me over the years. Shout out to T2T especially. As for where you can catch me at, hopefully you can catch me all over this bitch. Like I hope.
Yo, this is the most he's let anybody curse on this shit. Because he don't even let me curse on this shit. So can you curse?
You know what's crazy?
Can you keep
you know
on
what's
cursing?
crazy? Like in real life, I curse and swear constantly. But like if you watch back any of my promos, any of the interviews I've ever cut, the one time that I cursed was the one promo that blew up, and I literally just said fuck and shit once.
Well, man. That's the basics, man.
People love to curse.
That's really like that's really it. And I pride myself on being able to be a professional in that respect. Like if you catch me outside, like
Nigga, what up?
Yo, for real.
Yeah, I love it.
What's good, motherfucker?
Yeah, it was good, my nigga. But you already know, we are the deal. I am the DOE, good brother. Yo, Kenneth Stones, Coffee Weaston.
I'm a boy Shotgun.
Act like you know, huh?
We waiting for you.
And that is also a t-shirt on Water Maneuver. Count that shit.
And we are the
Dirty
Dirty Heelz,
Heelz.
bang, bang. You already know. Like, subscribe, comment.
Hold on, say with the shotgun before we go.
I ain't gonna lie, man.